I guess it's not going to delete now. Every time I try to record on this iPad, well, I'm not going to say. I wanted to talk about what it's like being an artist on my artistic journey. I know some of you guys, you're just like, oh my gosh, is that Alex, the artistic genius? Oh my gosh, is that Alex? I remember him. I wonder what he's doing. Well, sweetie. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to sit there and tell my story about being an artiste. I mean, I started doing art in middle school as a coping mechanism from bullying. And then I went to high school and I decided to be an artist and everybody was boosting my head up. And then I went to college and reality struck me and everybody else was better than me. And somehow, I don't know if it's systematic racism, but most of the people that was in the room, you know, predominantly white, they were the ones who were able to go to this art school in Mississippi that I didn't even know about, and half of the people at my high school didn't know about because they don't have the resources to know anything about it because the school wouldn't fund us anyway, and half the time we were trying to be able to go anywhere, they decided they weren't going to let us do it. And so when I did go to a competition known as Beta, I didn't win. It was some guy who did some painting about Hitler, and I was like, well, if you really wanted to sit there and reward somebody for doing a controversial painting, I could have showed you all the shit I made when I was depressed, but I digress. So when I went to college, I was an arts major. And let me tell you something. I majored in sadness, depression, debt, and fast food. And baby, I was going to get a high GPA. A 4.0, if you will. And that's what I did. Let me tell you something. Going to certain universities as an art major, you might as well, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You know, it's like, I'm going as a linguistics. Actually, no, being a linguistic person is probably, you'll make more money. You know how important it is to be bilingual, trilingual, honey. You know how much money you can make from that. You speak some Japanese as a black person. You know how many videos I've seen in Japan. It's like, girl, little heifer, should have taught me Japanese. But you know, yeah, I went to USM. If you're in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, you know where USM is. USM to the top, unless you don't have enough money and you don't have a scholarship and you're sitting there wondering what the hell you're doing. Oh, do you have money? Do you have money? Money! Anyway, I went to USM and it was very interesting. You know, it was very interesting as an art major. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Eventually I turned to undecided, and it's because I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide what the hell I was doing. And then I slowly was getting into film, but they didn't have any film things there on campus. They only had it at the Gulf Coast campus. And so when I wanted to do film, and I'm still doing film, they had it at the Gulf Coast campus, and I was just like, girl, really? And so I decided when the pandemic happened that I was going to move to Full Sail University. Now, everything's been good so far. And then, I decided one day I was going to give, the financial aid people a call because I was like, hey, I got a scholarship. It's that scholarship covering, it's that scholarship alone, whatever the hell, covering the housing. And it was like, he kept it 100 with me. He said, look, if you're a Momentum Scholarship student, do not go to campus. If you were started at campus and you wanted to go, online, that's better. But if you start online and you want to go to campus, don't do it. You have to take out several private loans. And so now I'm sitting here wondering what the hell I'm going to do. Then I was like, I sus mum a tut. I sus mum a tut. I was like, yeah, I sus mum a tut. I'm going to sit there and transfer. Yay! I don't know where I'm transferring to though, because art schools are expensive. I mean, school in general is expensive. But I was like, I don't know where I'm going to go. I was like, am I going to go to the Chicago Film Art School? Am I going to go to SCAD? Am I going to go, half of the people I see, especially for painting and drawing or whatever I was like, these people are talented, baby. They got talent. I'm not saying I'm not talented, but then I was like, well, I want to do film, and I know SCAD does film, and I believe the Chicago Art Institute does film. But then I look at the reviews, and the reviews are very interesting. But then I was like, those are personal reviews. But man, some of these reviews, I was just like, huh? I was like, they do that over there? I mean, the reason I'm recording on a device that Full Sail gave me, because that's the package they have at Full Sail. So it's pretty great school, especially online. But it's sort of just like, I had to get the hell out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, because there's nothing here. I could literally walk out in the middle of the street, and you know, at certain times in the day, I think anyone could do this, but I wouldn't get hit. There's no one there. I could literally scream, and somebody might come out there, you know, out their house and be like, what's going on? But for the most part, they're just like, you know. Literally, we had a whole fire, you know, and we had an alarm beeping. Nobody came out their house. They can't say they weren't home, because I literally saw, like, cars in the driveway. You know, they didn't come outside. Nobody checked on us. Yeah, we could have been burned alive. We could have been a sausage party. And they did not come. You know, they did not come. Don't come. And so at the end of the day, I was just sitting there like, wow, this place is really dumb. But I stayed here anyway. You know, I'm in my parents' house, and you know, I don't feel bad about being in my parents' house, because truth be told, it's hard doing shit on your own, and I do not feel bad about it. So if you had to leave your parents' house, well, baby, good for you. Okay, not everybody, not all of us could be able to just dip just like that, and you know, matching, you know, faith, trust, and pixie dust. Not all of us could be able to dip. Okay, because that was not me. So everybody was dipping, I couldn't dip, honey. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. This will be the first time I even get the hell out of here. So as an art student, you know, the portfolio thing, I don't know. I was thinking about going to the Chicago Art Institute, but then I felt some type of way because they denied me. And then out of nowhere, when I already switched to Full Sail some way in fall in the pandemic, they want to sit there and send me another application talking about, we gave you a free waiver. I already done got settled with Full. Now I'm over here doing it, and then I had a free waiver. I should have just did it with the free waiver, but I went thinking, and I was just like, no, I'm going to stick with Full Sail, then I'm going to go to Full Sail campus, and then the Full Sail was sitting there talking about it's too much money. I was like, this is too much. And, you know, all of it stems down to money. That's all this shit stems down to. If we didn't have to deal with money, people would just be able to go and do their shit, you know. All this stems down to scholarships and money, and Lord knows I'm the most horrible at scholarships, because scholarships are always based here. I'm in Mississippi, so I look at that scholarship, then you try to look at that scholarship. It's like, you know, an artist I'm trying to look for the queer scholarships, the LGBTQ scholarships, the black scholarships. But that scholarship was for HBCU, and that scholarship was, we got Mississippi scholarships, but not for artists, and all this crazy shit that I've been looking at. So people can't say, oh, Alex, you haven't looked at scholarships, because I've done some crazy ass scholarships, okay? I remember I did a scholarship for food, okay? And so, you know, I've done a whole bunch of stuff, you know. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. I mean, being an artist, being a creative, being a filmmaker, being a black filmmaker, you know, working on a film now, it's not the easiest thing, you know. I could have just been a nurse and called it a day. I was actually tempted. I said, I'm going through all this damn stress. Maybe I could just sit there and do some blood work and sit there and help somebody out, and, you know, when I'm on my lunch break, pretend like I'm in a Grey's Anatomy episode, and then go back to reality and sit there and be like, oh, back to my shift. You know, maybe I should sit there and do that, because this art shit is, you know, I mean, art in itself, being an artist is very emotionally vexing, you know. You sit in your room or wherever the hell you at, you walk, you do this, it's very, and you constantly emotional, you know, get into creative space. You dissociate, literally. It's like you hear everything, but you don't, and you're just doing this, the creative presence, you know. And yeah, that's fun, and that's cool and all, but after a while, once you're done, like, you get drained. You especially get drained when you look back at your stuff, and you're like, I spent months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, whatever the hell, on this project, and it looks like this? Only 20 views? I'm surprised I got that much, really. I don't market myself enough. And that's a whole different issue for being an artist. I mean, whether you're a filmmaker or whatever the hell. And then you get even more mad when you see people on TikTok, all they doing is moving their damn face and looking in the damn camera and getting 20 million views, and you sitting there wondering what the hell's going on. So that's a whole different issue. But I'm sitting here like, I don't know, man. This art shit, you know, I love art. I love film. You know, I tried doing animation and Full Sail. Didn't work out. You know. It didn't work out. I was sitting there, you know, the 3D modeling, I couldn't do it. Too much math, you know. Too much move it here and move it here. I was like, I don't know how they do it. I'm the type of person, the first animation I ever did was stop motion. The first animation I ever did was stop motion. The first animation I ever did was doing stuff with stop motion, like hand drawn. None of that digital stuff. The digital stuff I'm doing is right now, and even then, it's not something that I would feel like it's like digital animation. And so I've been looking for a school that does stop motion animation. It's like, well, that's a dying form of art, so no one really gives a fuck about stop motion animation. It's like, how are you going to make money from that in a world that's digital? And so it's kind of like being, you know, a blue pill in a sea of red. You know, it's kind of like, what the hell am I doing here? And so there's a bunch of stuff where it's like, yeah, I love doing animation. I love making stories and stuff like that. But, you know, do I stay? Do I go? I want to go. I want to get the hell out of here. You know, I want to leave. I want to live. I want to get out. I want to be free. This adulting shit is crazy. I'm turning 21 literally in like 2 more months. This shit is crazy. You know, I did not think I was going to be here at 20. Like, what am I doing, you know? What's going on? What's going on? You know? I mean, this shit is crazy. I can't even get on TikTok anymore. I can't even use Snap. I was trying to download Snapchat just then. I can't even do it anymore. What's the point? Oh, hey guys, I don't care about that shit anymore. Shoot, getting on TikTok. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about TikTok. This shit is so boring. The only thing I get on that I waste my time on is Twitter. And even that's starting to become emotionally vexing. I'm sitting here wondering what the hell's going on. Well, I know what the hell's going on, but you know, being an artist, so I've heard all the stories, you know, why I left SCAD. One of the girls I was looking at, she said she left SCAD because of a vegan diet. I said, girl, you don't give me a better reason than some damn vegan diet. That's just funny to me. I just get so, oh yeah, a vegan diet. I was like, okay, child, we got, I understand though. I understand. If you vegan, and I understand, but come on now. A vegan diet, that's her deal. That's her deal. You can't judge. Okay, that's her deal. I said a vegan diet. I need to go on a vegan diet. But you know, yeah, I was just like, what's going on? You know, moving. I have not been on my own at all. Especially, you know, to be on my own. It's like really be on my own, and then be on my own in a whole different state. I mean, I'm doing 2 things really at once. This is crazy. This is a crazy life. I don't know where I'm going to go. Where am I? I do not know where I'm going to go. It's crazy being an artist. It's crazy being a filmmaker, being a creative. I feel like being a creative, you can't really, being a creative in this world, it's draining. You know, it's to be a creative is to survive, and to be anybody in this world is to survive. You know, I have a good setup. Excuse me, I have a good setup, but even then, it's like, you know, everybody wants a full ride. Everybody wants to be flued out. Everybody wants a full ride to their place. Everybody wants to get up, and you know, I get so pissed off. Some people back in my time, I just be sitting there like, if you smart as hell, don't talk to me. And no, I don't mean it like, oh, if you're smart, don't talk to me. But no, if you're smart as hell and you're sitting there, you know, just smart as a whip, and you have not had a full ride to college, I don't want to talk to you. You know, if you're good at math, and I'm talking about real good, don't talk to me, baby. Don't talk to me. You have no reason to not be able to go out there. It's hard for some of these artists, honey. Not everybody can make it. It's cutthroat. Shoot, even at the, you know, and then I get weary of some of these colleges with a 90% acceptance rate. But, well, I think it was one college, I don't know, was it Los Angeles Film School? I forgot what school it was. A 90% acceptance rate, but like a 20 to the 40% graduation rate. So you accept everybody, but people could barely make it to graduate. What sense does that make? You know, it's like, yeah, we're going to accept you, but oh yeah, either it costs too much money, the education is shitty, I don't know. But I'm going to leave it in God's hands and the universe and, you know, whatever the hell. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I just wanted to sit there and talk about that, guys. Okay? I love over the yaekou. I love thee, yaekou.